What is going on, my people? My brothers from another mother, my sisters from another mister, my fellow motivational enthusiasts, and other real estate agents. Hope y'all are doing well today. I'm getting used to this video thing, and I think it's just best just to jump right into it. So today, we are talking about what it is to expect being a brand new real estate agent in the year 2022. I never thought I'd be one of those guys, but here I am. Hindsight is 2020. Please drop a like, drop a subscribe, drop a comment. You're just helping me grow. You're legitimately actually helping me put food on the table. If there's anything I can ever do for you, please let me know. So let's take a look at what this little process looks like. So you just passed your test. You got your 8+ or whatever you got. I didn't get a score, but maybe you did. You're ready to rock. You're ready to roll. Maybe you tried a few times. Maybe you got it the first time, but pretty sure we can all agree it felt pretty good passing that test. So the next move is you have to get onboarded with a brokerage. So what does that look like? Well, it costs money, first and foremost. So be ready to pay up some fees. You're going to have to join a Realtor board. More money, more fees. And you're going to be signing some documents. It's going to be going through the whole process. It's going to be relatively involved. I don't know what it's like signing with other brokerages, but I do know I joined with EXP. I had someone guiding me, and then the actual onboarding administrator, or whatever you want to call it, was actually extremely helpful during the process. It took me in total probably a couple days to actually get fully onboarded, but I was an EXP agent by the moment I had initiated the onboarding process. And then there very well may be some initial requirement style training. So whether that be for the Realtor board or for the brokerage itself, there's going to be some things that are required, and you go ahead and go through those trainings. Shouldn't take up too much time, but there's going to be a lot of things getting thrown at you. There's going to be a lot of different trainings, a lot of things available. So hopefully you have a guide, whether it be your broker or if you're on EXP like me, you have your mentor, and hopefully your mentor is doing their job, because unfortunately, guys, I've heard quite a few mentors aren't doing their job, and then we wonder why people leave EXP. Thank God I've not had that experience, so it has been a smooth ride thus far. Now let's get this covered right now. It's like drinking from a fire hose. If I'm taking in all this information, there is just boatloads of it, and it will be quite overwhelming. But once again, going back to the mentor or broker or whoever it is who's guiding you through this process, hopefully they can kind of narrow down what it is exactly that needs to be taken care of right here, right now, and so on and so forth. Now, I do want to mention, okay, I don't want to say that trainings aren't important. Of course they are, especially if they're the right trainings. But you'll actually hear some people that join the real estate industry and they're coaches, and they say whatever the brokerages are offering as far as training, it's really not that important. I'm a little bit indifferent to it. I do realize there's some important factors within the actual training itself, but my point is, do not get so lost in the weeds and so caught up in the training. The training is not going to be making you any money. I mean, long term it is, having the knowledge it is, but do not sit there and spend hours upon hours upon hours in training modules, in videos, and just going through the weeds. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to understand and then implement, understand and implement. And I've heard of plenty of people just getting really caught up in that process, and just don't let that be you. Okay? Now here's something pretty important. Do not get caught up in shiny object syndrome. And what do I mean by shiny object syndrome? Well, you're going to get, once again, a truckload of emails and other, just because your email's on the Realtor list now. You're going to get so many different things. All of a sudden, you're going to start seeing advertisements on Instagram or Facebook, if you have it logged in that you're a Realtor. You're going to get so much traffic of things that say, we will get you 20 leads in 30 days, and we'll make sure you have a Lamborghini by the end of the year, and we'll also get you a yacht and a personal helicopter within 2 years. No. If it was that easy, I'd be doing it, and so would everybody else. Okay. So where proper guidance comes in, a little bit of hopefully common sense and understanding that there is no magic way. And if there was a magic way, it wouldn't be advertised, because if I had it, I wouldn't be telling anyone. I'd be using it myself. It doesn't work like that. Okay. There's going to be some things that are beneficial. I've invested in a couple things myself, but I'm not looking for the next thing here and there. It's simply, and I'll go over this a little bit in more depth as I go along in this video, but it's just hitting it over and over again. Repetition. Being a real estate agent is not what people anticipate, at least from what I heard. I kind of knew what I was doing going in, but most people, it doesn't seem to be that way. So be prepared. All right, Devin, I'm onboarded. I'm with the company. I'm in the brokerage. What do I do now? Here comes that magic word. Prospecting. Yes, the most fun part of the job. Just kidding. So what prospecting may look like for you may not look like for everybody. Some people are just going to work their sphere of influence, and I'm assuming you guys are new. So a sphere of influence is the people that you already know, the people that you already have contact with. Could be your Facebook friends, could be the people in your phone. I mean, anyone that you actually know on somewhat of a personal level is your sphere of influence. And some people are going to build, I mean, it's estimated, you got a pretty big sphere, over 50% of your business is going to come from your sphere of influence. If not directly from them, from the people that they know. So get on it. Get talking to people. Put it out there. You are a realtor. Now, that doesn't mean I'm spoon feeding it to people. I'm more than just a realtor, right? I have personality traits. I have hobbies. I bodybuild. I have things I love to do. I really enjoy movies. So I'm going to go over all that. However, I'm in real estate. I'm the guy. I want to buy or sell you a house. I promise I'll take care of you. But they already know that because they know me. And I'm the guy to be there for it. So sphere of influence, they got to know, whether that be through social media. It's still recommended to have that personal contact because, right, it's a bunch of real estate agents. What makes you any different? It's a question to ask yourself. And then you're going to have some people, and this is what a lot of people, the way they go is they're just going to, they're going to hit the phones. They're going to cold call, whether it be purchasing leads. If they're part of the team, they might have a lead pool. They're going to call for sale by owners. You'll hear it called a FSBO. It's a for sale by owner. They're going to call expireds. So homes that were on the market and then they expired and they're no longer available. There's one that I actually don't mind doing, which is circle prospecting, which is when a home is sold in an area, calling around the neighborhood. More than the numbers can be public record, but you have to make sure that they are not on the do not call list because you can get in a lot of trouble. If you took your test, you should know that though. So there's these methods of calling up people, cold calling them, checking in with them, seeing what that looks like, seeing if there's anything available. And there's some people that are going to crush it doing that. And there's going to be some people that don't do as well. But it is a prospecting method that is tried and true. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I do pretty good on the phone, but it's more so with people that I have somewhat of a rapport with. Just a little bit. I can work off that. Because remember, you're calling, depending on what it is, you're calling cold leads, meaning cold, ice cold. They have no interest. Now, if you're purchasing leads, then you're going to be looking at a little bit warmer because they've actually expressed some form of interest, but you're paying for the leads. And some of those services very well may take a large percentage of your commission. So, like I said, it's another factor, but do realize whether that be the cold calling or something else, there has to be prospecting. It's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be things that you're doing that you might not want to do. And, you know, what is all this? So kind of going back to the sphere, being out in public, hopefully you can talk to people. I know a lot of people that are in real estate that are introverts. I don't happen to be one of them. I'm not an extreme extrovert. I'm not an extreme introvert. I kind of fall somewhere in the middle, but talking to people is not an issue for me. Like I said, especially in person, you know, just having the conversation, seeing somebody, taking advantage of it, and just letting them know what I do. What am I trying to say here? Get your name out there. How are you going to get your name out there? You decide, but you got to get out there. You could be the best realtor in the entire world, but if no one knows you, likes you, or trusts you, no one's going to give you business. Okay? Have to know I'm a realtor. Have to know I do what I do. Or else, what are they just going to come to me? They're just going to fall out of the sky? They're just going to want to sign a contract with me? I don't think so. So whatever that looks like for you, staying persistent on all of these things. All right? Multiple ways to get leads. I didn't even cover them all here. But what is it? What is getting a lead in the end? It's having a conversation with somebody. Whether you get the lead from somebody else or not, the phone has to be picked up and there has to be a conversation. It's that simple. That's what it all comes down to. And if you're unable to do that, you better get used to it. Other methods of getting your name out there: social media. You had mentioned Instagram, Facebook, put out there that you're a realtor, right? So putting it out there, sending out messages, making sure to let people know what you're doing. You're a realtor. Be excited. Let them know what you're doing. If you're actually excited to have a new career path, show them. Let them know. Show your life. Okay? Not everyone's going to love it, but that's okay. They're going to see it. That's the important part. Hopefully you get some engagement along the way. And as I said, kind of making those conversations with people that might be a little bit easier for me, more difficult for you. But that's actually how I've gotten basically all of my clients so far, which was having conversations, whether that be within the real estate space, open houses. That's a big one, guys. Prospecting. I'm a big fan of the open houses. Got quite a few of those coming up for me. So it still comes down to having conversation. Doesn't have to be super in depth. Ask some questions, have a little personality, and have a good time. Let's talk about something very, 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 very important and very, very real. And even seasoned agents will tell you this is real, and they still experience it, which is the roller coaster ride of the real estate experience. Let's take a look at what we just did here, especially if you went to as a full-time realtor, which if you have the option to do so, I absolutely recommend, because if you're doing everything right, it takes a lot of time, a lot of time, and there's a lot of money to be made. As long as you're willing to dedicate, I absolutely 100% believe it is the way to go. So we are wondering where our first, next, third, fourth, whatever, how am I going to eat? Where's my paycheck coming from? How am I going to eat? It's not the greatest feeling. It's absolutely not. But it's also one of the reasons why I love it. I know, I'm a sicko, but you probably are too. So I'm sure you know what I mean. You're hoping that things come together. You're hopefully seeing some results, or you're not seeing immediate results and you're just waiting, and you're kind of doing the work, doing this repetition as I spoke of, and you're waiting for something to hit, It is a roller coaster ride, man, but that is exactly what I signed up for. And if you just got your real estate license, so did you. And along this process, you start wondering, well, is this for me? Are you sure this is what I should be doing? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I had a strong burning desire, a strong intuition that I was doing exactly what it is that I am supposed to be doing. I am not giving up. I am not doing it, right? Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it's scary. But that's, as I said, is why I love it. And if it's for me, yes, it is for me. And I hope you've already made that decision, because it's going to take that mentality to stick on strong. The thoughts can come, but they have to pass. Because if I truly start thinking that this isn't for me, I've already given up. And then you're asking yourself things like, am I doing the right things? Is this prospecting working? Are these methods working? Well, as I said, they all work. Now, what works best for you, right? And all these conversations I'm having, all of these messages I'm sending, all of this marketing and publicity that I'm doing, guess what? It's all planting seeds. Planting little seeds everywhere we go. Kind of letting people know. Staying in contact. Real estate is this snowball effect. Because once you have some sold, if you're staying on the grind, you're going to have more sold from that, more sold from that, more sold from that. Having the purchased and sold homes is leverage. Having happy clients is leverage. Having happy clients that tell them about your friends or tell their friends about you is leverage. Okay? One sold, you might get another sold from that. You might get 3 sold from that. It's a domino effect. It's a whole snowball effect. And hopefully your name grows big and proud and happy. And we're doing well. That's the goal. But it does take time. Lastly, if I can just touch on everything that I covered as far as what it looks like first coming into this business, you got to say one thing: follow up, follow up, follow up. So everything I just talked about regarding the prospecting, it is following up. I've heard it a million times. I've made sure to do it. I have it right in my tools. I have a tool that reminds me to do exactly what I need to do, because I'm not perfect, and otherwise I would not remember. So I don't try to pretend to be. Follow up, follow up, follow up. I'm sticking with all these prospecting methods because they do work over time. It takes time to actually see the progress. And as I said, I'll say it one last time, it is a snowball effect. It grows and it grows and it grows if I continue to stay on the grind. In closing, if you're becoming a real estate agent, you might be a little bit crazy, but I'm crazy too, so we can be friends. It's cool. It's good. I love it. I hope you love it too. And hang in there, especially if you had that strong feeling like I did, that this is for me. I'm not letting go of that thought. I don't want you to either. There's enough business out there for everybody. And I want to help people outside of the real estate industry, inside the real estate industry, other agents. I want to see what I can do and the information, support I can provide. So this is what it's been like for me, becoming a real estate agent. Let's do it together. Let's build something. Let's grow, baby. Hope everyone has a good one, and I will talk to you soon.